Welcome back and thank you for staying with Checkpoint. Now let's journey into the heart of Nairobi's streets where childhood dreams are bartered for survival. In a city celebrated for its energy and ambition, another story stirs after dark. A story of children, some barely 5 years old, sent to weave through traffic, selling candy in the cold rains and unforgiving nights. Government data shows that more than 1.3 million children in Kenya are trapped in child labor. But behind the numbers are faces and tiny hands gripping battered boxes, each scrolled with mobile payment numbers. Silent evidence that someone else waits in the shadows, pulling the strings. In this special report, our reporter Vera Mora retraces streets she once feared might become her home and uncovers the hidden networks, the stolen innocence, and the impossible choices shaping the lives of Nairobi's youngest workers. A story of resilience, a story of exploitation, and above all, a call for change.
My name is Vera Mora. I was orphaned at a tender age of 6, and one of my greatest fears was ending up in the streets just like many children in my country. However, I was lucky that my grandmother and auntie stepped in to ensure my siblings and I did not become part of street life statistics. And that is why I am here to tell a story I might have lived. The story of Nairobi's child laborers. In Kenya, 1.3 million children are involved in child labor rather than going to school according to government data. And in counties like Samburu and Turkana, the statistics are grim. Boys herd livestock when they should be in class. But today, I'm in the heart of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, where we come face to face with a disturbing reality. These streets lit by neon and shadowed by survival are home to a hidden workforce of children. By nightfall, the city tells a story most people choose not to see: the hidden workforce. In the blur of headlights and hawking matatus, tiny voices rise. Children, some barely 5 years old, selling candies and waffles to strangers. Their world reduced to worn-out boxes, small enough to carry, yet heavy with responsibility. For days, I have spent time in the CBD trailing these little traders. My many visits have laid bare an alarming increase in the number of minors engaged in hard labor. I will be trying to speak to these young laborers as I buy from them and get to know them more and how they became part of these rough streets.
Unaitwa? Kwa shule? Kwa peke yako? Kwa brother papa? Anauza nini?
Ana brush viatu.
Ana brush viatu? Oh. Kwa peke yako tu hivyo? Huogopi kubebwa? Huogopi kubebwa?
Naogopa.
Naogopa. Unauzianga tu hapa kila siku? Umesema unaitwa? Unasoma? Sawa, asante.
A few meters from where she stood, I spotted another little friend.
Sasa?
Her tiny little hands could not even hold the money. As she picked the coins, I reached out to a 50-shilling note. I wanted to know if she will manage to give the correct balance. Despite her young age, she is a veteran in the streets. She was exact with my balance. I took advantage of that and had a little conversation with her.
Mami yako wapi? Ako huko juu? Ako huko juu? Anafanya nini huko?
She tells me her mother is somewhere near a corner in the same streets.
Amekaa chini. Sasa na utampelekea pesa?
When I tried to convince her to take me to her mother, she was skeptical and gave me a white lie.
Nikupeleke umpeleke? Twende nikusindikize. Kwa nini? Tukimkosa mimi narudi.
I knew she was under instructions not to give details of her mother's whereabouts. And at this point, I felt I was drawing attention given that their mothers are nearby and they may grow suspicious of our small chats with their daughters and blow my cover. So I moved to the next street, Kimathi Street. Immediately, I spotted a mother with 3 little babies, and so I followed her. As I got closer, I noticed a little girl walking a few meters ahead of us. She had the same wares, so I approached to buy some candy. Before I could reach out for the money, I interrogated her. She says her mother has instructed her to sell the candy so that she can get money for school fees.
Huh? 210. Hiyo ni pesa mingi. Nani alikwambia uuze hivyo? Mom, ndiye alikwambia uuze hivyo?
I had to confirm that the woman beside us is her mother. So I gave her a bigger currency of 200 Kenyan shillings, and your guess is as good as mine. She immediately turned to her mother.
Nimekupea 10, nipe ingine ya 50.
A few minutes later, we closed our deal.
Nihesabie. Unanihesabia change?
Ni 150.
Haya, 150. Alafu nipe hiyo.
Bus terminals across Nairobi are hotspots for child labor. Here, small bodies are swallowed by endless crowds, weaving tirelessly between commuters, their little hands clenching boxes of candy. Some children juggle 2 lives at once. Street vendors and caretakers rocking younger siblings on their backs as they shout out for buyers.
Mama kwa hapo. Sasa. Mbona unauza na mtoto? Mbona unauza na mtoto? Ni wako? Ni wa nani? Eh? Wa? Wa sister yako?
Their mothers watch protectively not to shield them from the danger of the streets, but to guard the earnings. This is the reality of countless families in Kenya. When the cold rain sweeps through Nairobi streets, the reality turns brutal. Bare feet splash through puddles. Thin clothes cling to shivering skin. And in the quiet corners of bus stages, children curl up for warmth. Some too exhausted to keep their eyes open after a long night of labor. And yet, amid the hardship, moments of childhood flicker through. Like this one literally took the moment to play with the merchandise, giggling as if the streets were playgrounds and not a battleground. One striking and constant detail that emerged throughout our investigation was the presence of phone numbers scrawled on the boxes. Each candy box carried something more than sweets, scribbled phone numbers in bold ink, taped with care, always visible. These were not random digits. They were M-Pesa contacts, carefully placed so customers could send money directly. This detail alone revealed a deeper layer of organization behind the scenes and behind the innocent faces of these children. Is the shadow economy organized, deliberate, and controlled by adults who dispatch them to the streets like foot soldiers?
Alice, sasa? Alice? Sasa?
Poa.
Unaendelea vizuri?
Naendelea poa.
Nilikuwa nataka kuelewa kwa nini mnauza biscuit kwa barabara?
Mimi niko na shida mingi. Mimi ndio watoto. Mimi ndio rent. Mimi ndio nasomesha watoto. Mimi ndio mama.
Na mnaishi wapi?
Naishi Kosovo, Madhare.
Madhare. Na mtoto ako shule ama aliacha?
Ako shule anasoma.
Anasoma wapi?
Anasoma Road.
Ako miaka ngapi?
Ako na 9 years.
9 years?
Lakini Alice, uoni kama ni vibaya kutuma mtoto auze barabarani?
Vibaya lakini ni kukosa otherwise.
Oh. So huwa anaingia kwa barabara saa ngapi kuuza?
Naingianga masaa ya jioni.
Jioni kama saa ngapi hivi?
5.
Anakuwa ameshatoka shule. Alafu mnatoka town saa ngapi?
Natoka saa 3.
Saa 3 usiku? Okay, sawa. Nitakupigia tena. Leo mtaingia?
Leo naingia.
Oh, mnakwanga huko kila siku? Beth, sasa?
Poa.
Kwa nini unapea mtoto biskuit anauza kwa barabara? Shida ni gani?
Shida ni venye hali iko.
Oh. Na anaenda shule?
Ako shule, mimi niko na ako shule.
Sasa anaendanga shule saa ngapi?
Anaendanga shule saa 1.
Oh, alafu mnaingia town? Kuanzia saa ngapi hivi?
Nakujanga saa 11.
Oh, mnaishi wapi?
Madhare. Hello.
Sasa Margaret.
Sana.
Kwa salama? So nilikuwa nataka kujua shida ni gani ndio mnauza hivyo kwa barabara nionekane naweza wasaidia.
Ni brother yangu.
Oh, sasa anaingianga town saa ngapi kuuza?
Ina depend tu. Kuna siku zenye pia aendangi kila siku.
Oh.
Maybe weekdays.
So anaenda shule alafu anakuja town?
Weekdays. Weekend.
Oh, weekend anakuja kuuza. Mko peke yenu kwenu?
Tuko na tu mom. Tuko sisi na tuko na mom pekee.
Mko na your mom peke yake? Na mama anakubali akuje kuuza? Ama hajui?
Wanaendanga na yeye. Yeye akiuza like yeye na yeye ameka kila kando.
I don't think I can continue making these calls. Clearly, this is child labor. But as you can hear, parents decry of hardship, life they cannot even sustain. And that is why they have forced their children to the streets to make a living. But
according to recent data, over 13% of Kenyan children aged between 5 and 17 years are engaged in child labor. Cities like Nairobi bear the worst brunt of this crisis, with families living hand to mouth and children working long hours at bus terminals and other public spaces to make ends meet. New global data reveals 138 million children worldwide are trapped in child labor instead of schools, with boys constantly outnumbering girls across all age groups. While these children labor under the weight of survival, their dreams remain simple: to play, to learn, to be free. The streets of Nairobi may tell one story, but the future of these children deserves to be written in brighter chapters. Together, we have the power to turn the tide and ensure that every child has the chance to live, grow, and thrive. Vera Moraa for Child Laborers of Nairobi, KTN.